locals. Monster Truck will be here next weekend. I should say Monster Jam.
I've never been to one of those. Have you?
Honestly, no.
Me neither.
I got my friends tickets for them, but I've never been to one.
I did a tour of the Feld headquarters one year, and got to see the shop where a lot of those monster trucks are built. And those things are gnarly. So maybe one day my schedule will allow me to get to come and hang out at a monster truck show. But I've never seen Monster Jam before. But yeah, I'm assuming they just leave the dirt in here and shape it up and send it.
Yep, they do. They have their own track crew and stuff like that. So that what they'll do is build it into a couple little mountains here tonight, flatten it all out, build it just dirt piles and mountains, and then the Monster Jam crew will come in Tuesday or Wednesday, and then they'll build their track for their event. So next weekend, if you guys are around, locals, come on back. Monster Jam, check the Monster Jam website and social media for times and dates. I don't keep up with that. I apologize on that, but check that. Next week, Monster Energy Supercross heading to Atlanta. Wheels is going to head that way. I'm actually going to take a weekend off. I got something else going on I can't talk about yet, but I got something pretty cool myself, Wheels, next weekend.
Man, it must be nice to be a part-timer and have weekends off, huh?
Dude, first weekend off. I have not. I've been wide open.
Oh, no. This is the first weekend I've been here since St. Louis, so I just got to give you a little rib job. Rib.
Yes, sir. This is our 51 Limited. It's Kash Cain out front. Aiden McKiddie, Zoe Moore, Noah Shue. Ruger Sargent is 5th. Axton Chansler, he is 6th. Brantley Berss, 7th. Kannon Zabojnik, 8th. Axel Ward, 9th. Kaizen Payne, 10th. Wheels, did you see Larry Ward over the weekend?
Yeah, I did. I got to meet Big Bird, and it was kind of funny. I think he was with you, and you were like, "Hey, you know who this guy is?" Yeah. You were like, "Hey, you know who this guy is?" And I knew who it was, but I couldn't resist the opportunity to mess with him a little bit and act completely dumbfounded. So yeah, I always got to give those guys a little bit of treatment. So it was kind of funny. I was just kind of like, no, never heard of him. So, and he's like, oh, well, I used to race. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm just messing with you. I know who you are. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of did the same thing to Troy Lee at Loretta's one year. He's, oh, hey, I'm Troy Lee. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry, I don't really know who you are. And then kind of threw it in his face that I did know who he was. So it's always fun to kind of mess with the legends a little bit. You know me, I like anybody and everybody is fair game in my world. If you can't dish it out, you're not allowed to take it. Or if you're not allowed to, you know what I'm trying to say. So
I do. How about Wyndham? You run into him? I saw him last night as well.
Yeah, so I actually had to I ran into Wyndham down in the tunnel, and he's like, hey, can you show me how to get to the press box? So I had to lead him and his entourage of 27 kids up to their seats. So it's always a good time to hang out with K-Dub. So it was good. It's cool to see him. He doesn't leave Centerville a lot, so it was good to see him here. And I asked him, like, what made you decide to come? He's like, we decided on Thursday, so we're here. So that's the way the Wyndhams roll. They decide last minute, grab a crew together, and they always have a good time. So been fortunate enough to hang out at his house a couple times. So that's him and his wife Dottie are always super hospitable. So yeah, it was cool to see. It's always cool to see legends like that. Like last weekend we had Stu. Stu was back last weekend, so if anybody was watching or got to be in Tampa to see James Stewart back at the races, maybe we'll get him to one of these Futures races one weekend. What kind of treat would that be to see Stu back at Futures?
Oh man, that'd be so cool. I actually saw him last week as well. Kind of walked out of the tunnel with him for about a minute, and just that 1 minute was super cool to see him back. And we talked super briefly, but yeah, it was cool. If he would have done one, Wheels, it would have been last week at Tampa. He's close to there, but maybe we'll see him some more, maybe Daytona or something like that. But
I don't know. As amazing as it be, it doesn't look like he's touched a motorcycle in a while.
So 51 Limited finishing up here. 51 Limited 4-8. Heat race number 1. It was Kash Cain with the win. Aiden McKiddie 2nd. Zoe Moore 3rd, I should say. Noah Shue was 4th. Ruger Sargent 5th. Axton Chansler 6th. Brantley Berss 7th. Kannon Zabojnik and Axel Ward, your top 9. Wheels is in the house with us here. Dallas ATT Stadium, Jerry Jones World. And it is Supercross Futures Day
My dad would be so jealous right now. He's the biggest Cowboys fan I know, and if he knew that I was sitting up here in Jerry World with a microphone, getting to ramble to all these people in this stadium, holy smokes!
Yeah, I'd have to agree. My dad's gone too, and I was cruising around with my Packers hat all day yesterday, so I was supporting my team.
Yeah,
but most people are cool with